Evening guys, welcome. How are we? Right, in tonight's stream we've got two items to show. We're going to start off with the Metline, the Metropolitan Enhancement Pack, and then we're going to do the Hope Valley as well. I apparently look like Casper the Ghost, look like I look really, really bright. God knows what's happening with my camera, but never mind, we'll have to leave that as is. I'm not messing around with that. At least you can see me, that's the main thing. So yeah, we're going to do a run from Harrow on the Hill down to Amersham with the S8. And then we're going to do a freight scenario on the Hope Valley, which is one that comes with the pack, which is Tunstead to Brebby Tilcon, I think it is. I think it's 6H41, I think the head code is on that, if I remember correctly. So yeah, that's what we've got this evening, so do stick with us. Hope Valley, of course, will be second. So good evening to Cyclone, Hamster Cheeks, Craig H, MLP Derek, good evening. Aaron as well, good evening there. And anyone else who's here just having a wait, having a watch. Good evening to you. I will have a quick look at my camera actually, because that's really I have no idea what's happened to it. I wonder if it's just because it's so bright outside, it's reflecting on me. That could be it actually, to be fair. I'll leave it as is. It's not a massive issue. Right, you join T413, or train 413 at Harrow on the Hill. So this service has come from, I think, if I remember correctly, it's a Aldgate working. So we take it over here. So remember, with the scenarios on the Met EP, they are a driver's roster, whereas you join them at specific places. So on this one, you've just come off your meal break, I think it is, and you join your train. It's either that or it's a start of day, I can't quite remember, it's one or the other. And then you take the train down to Amersham for this one. So this is the first part, I think. Yeah, actually no, it is its first part, it's a morning one, so yeah, you go to Amersham, then the second part takes you back to Harrow on the Hill for a meal break. Funnily enough, breakfast break, shall we go with. So yeah, we're going to take this one up there. So again, the train will have come from Amersham, and we've taken over and relieved another crew. So we are going to prepare the cab. Excuse me for the noise in the background. School holidays and the joy. So prepare your cab, allow the passengers on board. You are due to depart at 09:25 and 30 seconds off the hour there. The F1 briefing contains further information on there as well. So I'll make sure I've got the announcements on, which I have. Hey Josh, how you doing, bud? Let's get the key in, point to Tripcock. Right, we are duty number 916 44123 on the radio number, and it's train 413. I'm going to confirm that, and our code is 6. Open the doors, we should have announcements. There we go.
This is an all-stations Metropolitan line train to Amersham. The next station is North Harrow.
We'll have to use Uncle Got Rain. Evening, Robbo. How are you? We good? So this is one, of course, one of the scenarios that comes with the enhancement pack. I'm well, thank you. Very well. I'm hoping I've got the right settings of my... yeah, I have. That's all good. So I hope you're enjoying the Met Enhancement Pack if you've purchased so far. Massive thanks to anyone there who has supported and picked up a pack. I'm pretty well up to now. We did see a couple of bits come in originally on the release, but those, I think, we did a service pack which we addressed those, which was pretty quick, which is always a good thing. One to 5 minutes city, good evening. How are you? So intermittent showers on and off on this run. For those who haven't picked up the Met EP yet, if you haven't at all yet, remember the pack is. Let me get the link for it. I've got the link here somewhere. Get the right one for you. So that is the link on there. So $9.99 for the product. You do need the base Metropolitan route first of all to run this. Alright, okay. Cool. Alright, North Harrow.
The next station is North Harrow.
Hello, Rogues. Doing well, mate. How are you? So again, with our Hope Valley showing later on this evening, it's all new stuff. We're starting where we did on the very first run, but we're going the opposite direction, so we're heading in the Manchester direction. All new stuff. We're going to be going to Brooklyn Telecom. Evening, Len. How are you doing, bud?
This is an all-station Metropolitan line train to Amersham. The next station is Pinner.
It's off a minute. So yeah, everything you'll see on the Hope is virtually all new stuff. You may see odd little bits in screenshots over time, but other than that, everything we're going to show in the stream is all new scenery. It's a good hour scenario as well, so it's a good run. It's quite a scenic section of route as well. Evening, Ricard. Thank you very much for the like. I clocked also there's a few other people who joined on Facebook. We've got Crawford Giles, Jacob Hampson as well, Mike Hopton. Thank you very much for the follows, all the likes over at Facebook. Hope you're all well, if you're still with us. I know, the back of obviously the sun's reflecting on the house at the back, and I think it's beaming in this way, so it's making it a little brighter than usual. Once the sun starts going down, it'll probably sort itself out, so I'm not going to tweak anything because I'll end up having to mess around with it later on. So, as long as you can see, that's the main thing. It might just look a bit like Casper the Ghost. Here, Nigel. Oh, is it not? I'll have to check into that. Everything's all connected up, it was all on earlier, because I have to set all the stuff, you see, so it usually tells me if something's not synced up, but it was all showing as synced. Strange. So I say, if anyone's trying to chat to us elsewhere and you're not getting your messages through, come over to Twitch, you can find us in there, and I'll have a look into that for our next stream, to see if there's anything to miss. If you want any questions, just fire them through on Twitch. Even Lewis, even Gary.
This is Pinner.
Let me just open my
This is an all-station
stream chat.
Metropolitan line train to
Some
Amersham.
message coming
The
through there,
next
maybe not
station
him.
is North
Yeah, it says
Harrow.
all of them are connected, which is weird. Although it does say I've got a lot more connected, obviously, than what OBS shows, but that's obviously people over Twitch, YouTube and Facebook, so I will leave that chat open. Hopefully I'll be able to clock anything I might have missed. I'll leave that there as well, just in case anything comes through. No news on the release as such, but I can tell you it's getting very close. I'll cover all the bases anyway in a bit. What I can give you the information on anyway. Even Jack. I've just sent some new screenshots over to go on in a development feed, but it probably won't go out till next week because Scott's off at the minute. He's not back till the Monday the 1st. It's him that puts those on, I think, so I have to hang on that. I think it's Scott that does the website. It might be someone else that does the website. I think Scott might just do the post on Facebook actually. So we might still see the pictures on the website. We might not see the Facebook post side, but we can always link it through if needs be. If there's anybody watching on Facebook or YouTube, can you just pop a message in the chat just to see if it pops through onto my restream chat, just to be see if there's any issues as such. Because normally what it does, it usually pops all the messages through onto me OBS stuff. Yeah, it's come through. Yeah, restream, YouTube, so it is working there. Spaghetti Raver is there. Bartez as well. Yeah, it's coming through. It's working. Might just be an issue maybe your end, Nigel, but you're here anyway, so no problem. That's good. Cheers, guys. Evening, Railman. How are you doing? So for anyone that's just joined us, we are currently on the Met Enhancement and PlusPak. So that is our first run. We're doing the Harrow and the Hill to Amersham working, train 413, and then we're going to go on to Hope Valley after this, showing some new stuff, which I'm sure everyone will be excited to see.
The next station is Northwood Hills.
The cringy English gamer, good evening. Good to you're doing well there, Rema. I think I might overshoot this. I've come in a little bit too quick there. That's a bad moment. Never mind. We've still got 7 more coaches in platform, so it's not all bad.
This is Northwood Hills. This is an all-stations Metropolitan line train to Amersham. The next station is Northwood.
Northwood. No problem, Countess. Good evening. Not too far, to be fair, to get onto the Hope Valley. It's about probably another 20 to 30 minutes on this run. How many miles have we got? We've got about 11 miles. Yeah, during there about just before 10 game time, so about 20 to 25 minutes. And we'll bob straight into the Hope Valley. Good thing with the scenario is it's a bit slow pace as well, so you get to have a good look at stuff. You can take it all in as we drive through. Well, I've got to be careful of signals because we have stuff to watch out on. Anthony Wilkinson, good evening. Thank you very much for the like at Facebook.
The next station is Northwood.
Make sure I don't actually overshoot this one. Hey, we've even got the cameras on. Bang on. Even Terry Savage, thanks for the like at Facebook. Hope you're doing well. Over on YouTube, got Katie Train, Mad Boy, good evening. We're well.
The next station is Moor Park.
Hope you're doing well. If anyone's just lurking in the background, good evening as well. No prices at the moment at Hope Valley. Even I don't know that. Those will be announced a bit nearer towards the end, which won't be too far away. Jack's over on Facebook as well. Hello there at Facebook. Give it a like. I'm good, cheers. Very well. Thank you very much for the subscription over at YouTube as well there. Yeah, why not? Everyone loves a good stop whistle. There we go. Just so I can prolong it a bit more. I can just toot back. Peter Collins, thank you for the like. Good evening. Or give it a low whistle. Cheers, Josh. Thank you.
The next station is Moor Park. Change for Metropolitan.
You've started a trend.
Services to Watford.
Change here for services to Watford.
This is Moor Park. This is an all-stations Metropolitan line train to Amersham. The next station is Rickmansworth.
And Chris, how are you doing, buddy? And also Chris, thank you for the like on Facebook. You really have started a trend. Everyone's at it now. There's a little bit that you don't really see too much. This was a bit of an overhauled area for the EP. Hey, Derek's here as well, and Lewis. Hey, more views for us. It's all good. Even if you're watching twice. This is just getting mad. Onwards. So if you wanted to jump off here for Watford, you should have jumped off there, otherwise you're taking to Rickmansworth. Reef, how are we doing? Thank you very much for the like. We run out of people liking it soon. Everyone will have liked it. Oscar, good evening. Thank you very much for the like. We're going to approach control coming up as well. I don't like it. I just like. I just. Always coming with caution just in case there's a train coming the other way. On this instance, there's not, so. Hey, what we might do is have to change that audio tone for the windscreen wipers of the S-Stock. That'll stop you all from liking twice. No worries, Derek, mate. No worries. We'll be back on Hope. We'll be on Hope Valley in about 15 to 20 minutes. If that's if you're coming back for that, just to give you a heads up. Tried doing it, we couldn't get it. We still couldn't get it to bloody do it. I'll have another look at it at some point. There'll be some setting somewhere just to tweak. But I think we did tweak it. I don't think it really did anything. Where's the alert on that? So we don't actually have an audio alert thing that pops up. No, I'll have to have a look at it. I'm sure there'll be something somewhere I can tweak.
The next station is Midland.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
That's better. I've just tweaked it as a test one. That I think that's actually a little bit quieter. No, it might not have done.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
No, there's no much difference, and I don't know. I'm not tweaking. I'm not faffing around with that anymore now whilst I'm driving because it'll all go wrong.
This is an all stations Metropolitan line train to Amersham. The next station is Chorleywood.
Oval that little Essex Haze. It's on the train. Go for a ride. So this is a Sunday scenario, I think, as well. Sunday timetable. It's not as busy. Obviously, there's a few more bits knocking around. So we've got trains actually in the yards here, because obviously they'll use everything. It's a bit more different, so you can actually see stuff knocking about. Or they're all hidden the way it needs them. Oh aye. Oh aye. An inspiration. Everyone likes a Sunday scenario. Easy to make. Sometimes. Depends on what it is. Bit of a climb up to Chorleywood as well. To M25. Mine's not late running. Ah, very nice. Sounds good. We've got Chorleywood, and then we have Chalfont and Latimer, onto Amersham, and then we will be doing a quick move into the sidings before we finish this one. And then we'll be into Hope Valley for anyone that's waiting. Evening Rhymes Railway. How are we doing, mate? So again, we'll be doing a 6H41, which is Tunstead to Red Brutilken.
The next station is Chorleywood.
I'm alright, thank you. I'm very well. Got a day off as well tomorrow. I'm out. Taking the kids out for the day. We'll be in the holidays. We're off to Martin Mere Wetland Centre tomorrow. Bird sanctuary place. It's about an hour away from us.
This is Chorleywood.
So we're near, I think it's near Southport. Sort of that direction anyway.
Station's Metropolitan line train to Amersham. The next station is Chalfont and Latimer.
Now we got some tickets. Jane got tickets because he went with school, and they give us a family ticket. Everyone got a family ticket in the class when they come back. So I thought we'll save for the holidays, and we'll take Joshua as well, like so. He likes all that sort of stuff. So gets us out of the house. I have no room in the car, mate. But yeah, so that's the plan for that one for this week, and then hopefully next week I've got the day booked off. Meant to be going to the Bolton Abbey Steam Railway as well. I got a voucher for that as well. I got a voucher from Christmas about 2 years ago in COVID times. The voucher's still valid, so get that used. So a hive of activity this month. We're going to Crouch Tramway Museum later in the month as well. Back end of next month. Yeah, I do. the Steam Railway voucher it was a Christmas present. We've got to put money to it anyway, because it doesn't cover a family ticket. It's nearly covered. We've got to pay for that. And we've got to pay for petrol as well, because petrol goes through that nose at roof like, so still an expensive do. It gets us out of the house and it gets the kids out, which is the main thing. So the Crouch trip was planned for to be had a couple of months ago, but we had to postpone that. So rebooked it for end of next month. So all sorted. Evening GJWZ, how you doing, mate? Get it installed. Have a dabble. We'll love it. That version 106, is it? On the original. Yeah, grab a copy of the PlusPak as well. Enhance your drive. And get some announcements. So of course you get the overhauled route, enhancements of that, all sorts of new assets and bits and pieces knocking about that got put into it. Announcements as well. There's loads of stuff. Huge amount of stuff put into this. The new track.
Change for Metropolitan line services to Chesham and National Rail services.
I haven't, unfortunately. Not on this one. If you've got any reward points, you could always put that towards it, though.
This is Chalfont and Latimer.
Evening, Ross. You have not. No. Hope Valley very shortly.
All stations Metropolitan line train to Amersham. The next station is Amersham.
I stopped a bit short there because I was seeing what Jaden was doing. He's coming in creeping. This is the joys of the school holidays. Trying to keep an eye on what he's doing as well. Because if it was normally at school, he'd be in bed by now. Ah, get it put towards it there. £2.50 knocked off the $9.99 price tag. Happy days. It's a quarter of it knocked off. Treat yourself. We've just got one station now, Amersham. Knock it into the sidings, then we'll be on to Hope for the main feature this evening. I'm not actually. I should put that idea across to the boss. So calls for this, you can either have the Met line on its own, you can have it as the bundle pack, and then the EP will work on top of that either way. Whichever one you've got, you don't have to have a bundle, you can have the separate route and there's S8 or the S7+1, whichever way you want to do it, the EP will work on either. Ahonika, I hope I've said that right, good evening. So obviously Cheshire branch to the right there, which takes off in the very lovely leafy line. I like to call it the leafy area. It's just very well tree lined. It's a lovely little single line branch, of course, which you'll have seen before. It just to me feels like you're not in London down there. It feels like somewhere 153 should be knocking about. Leafy suburbs. The approach controls are right up there, just before the station. I think it is, yeah. I always call it that, but I didn't make the description. You see, I didn't write the website right up. I've just always called it that. It is lovely. It's one of my favourite little runs down there. It's only a short branch, like, but it's a nice little run. Very hilly. It's downhill going into Cheshire, but all the way back, it's quite a steep gradient. Is it actually windy down there? Is it? Then again, it's a bit of quite a valley, isn't it? Where it is. I've never been, but I'd love to go. Have a ride down there. Oh, windy. It could be wind on the hillside though. It's on the hillside. But no, it's somewhere I'd love to go. It's one of the places I didn't get to go to when we did our research. It was already been done by the time I started working on the route with the team.
The next station is Amersham, where this train terminates. Change for National Rail Services to Aylesbury. Please take your belongings with you when you leave the train. All change.
All change.
This is
Way off the road, we've got the ground signals, you can see.
Please take your belongings with you when you leave the train. All change.
Yeah, I can imagine it's not a cheap place to live. As there's probably a lot of the areas around it, probably aren't cheap to live. Please move on to road 31. That's us for that.
The next station is Amersham, where this
not.
train terminates. Change for National Rail Services to Aylesbury. Please take your belongings with you when you leave the train. All change.
Turn the wipers off. Right, we'll be on the Hope Valley in a couple of minutes, guys, so we'll just get this finished and we'll get that loaded up for you. Great work. To continue this duty, load up part 2. Right, I'll be back in a moment, guys. we are back. Just loading in now. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to change the title of the stream slightly just so people know we're on Hope Valley. Even Jake, how you doing, mate? Right. Just put me stuff in on my third rails. I like to use third rails, you see. I'm very well, thank you. Very well. We're train 6 Hotel 41 for this. And this is from Tunstead to Bredbury, Tilcombe. Right, so good afternoon driver, please set up your cab and prepare for the signal to change. We are working 6 Hotel 41 to Bredbury, a loaded stone train which requires some very careful driving up the steep gradients. Your max speed permitted is 60, further details in the briefing. Easy. I need to sneeze. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Alright. Ah, very nice, Jake. Excellent. Sounds good. Sounds good. Evening, Frodgem. How are you doing? I'm good, thank you. So we're near Chinley at present. So when we first showed the route, we started here and we went this way with that first freight train we drove. The second showing was Cement Works. So this is the third showing. So this is Chinley box. Been building the line from Birmingham Snow Hill to Stratford. Interesting. Cool. Oh, the idea being to build. Roger. That sounds good. So I'll just get a quick look at box whilst we're here. So this is the box at Chinley. One of a few signal boxes you'll see on this section this evening. Show you the route map quickly on this one. So obviously Hope Valley joined to MML at Dawn Totley, which is here. You've got the Cement Works at Hope, which is here. You've got Earl Sidings there. We're at Chinley West Curve. You've got West, East and North Curve. We're going to run all the way through to New Mill Central on that way, crossing over at the junction, at South Junction. And we're going to run up through Rosehill and Marple over the aqueduct to Romilly. And then we're going to turn off and then head to Woodley. Then we're going to do a bit of a run round, take it into Tilcombe. So we're going to head to and focus around this area this evening. This will be as far as we're taking it. Happy now? What with? Let's have a look. Oh, champion. Enjoy it. Thank you. Did I sell it well? No, I hope you enjoy it. You certainly will see Stockport on the stream at some point, yeah. Not too far off, I don't think now. Basically, the way and how things are shaping up, the scenery is. What's left to do is So Levenshulme's here. Scenery virtually from Levenshulme to Piccadilly is still to be finished. So just that section is the main bulk left to do. There is bits and pieces already dotted about on there. It's just not a complete run of scenery. So there's like you've got all the buildings in at Longside. They're all in. All the stuff around here is all in at Ardwick. Is it Ardwick Depot? It's Ardwick, isn't it? So yeah, you've got literally from Slade Junction and all that way up into the station. I'm hoping. I don't know where we'll be. What we'll do next month. We will be streaming it again next month. I don't know what we're doing yet, but I'll work something out. We'll see how we are, what we are at. But I probably would see what we'll end up actually doing this section very soon. Even if not, we'll do this section first, and then do the other section down below. So you'll see it all before it's released. Don't you worry. It'll all work out well in the end. So it's, I say, it's very well progressed now. This route, it's coming towards the end. Not far really at all. No, it's about 2 miles from Levenshulme. It's just a very, very busy section of route now. It's literally just constant buildings and houses and commercial stuff all the way to Piccadilly now. It's not a case of just doing fields and stuff, unfortunately. It's literally built up. Hey, happy days. Points are always a good thing to have. I'm going to watch the signals. If we take it easy enough, we shouldn't be too bad. I'm going to try and do a lot of top-down viewing here as well, just so you can see more of the scenery that's going on. I was watching Don Coffey's video the other day from on the 66 on field to Bedford Gen. Don Coffey's got a few videos around on this part of the route as well, so be able to keep an eye out on that as well. That's the junction from Peak Forest, yeah. So Peak Forest isn't included with this route. The route comes in off the triangle, so if you see on the map here, somewhere there is, it's got a bit of a feeder section coming in onto the main line there. How are we doing as well, Ryan? These cool little bits, like these little cool fences and bits. The thing to watch out is the signals whilst we're following a pacer. Quite a lot of runs you can do with the 66 on this, yeah. There's all sorts of freight. Obviously you can do the East Midland trains workings that run from Liverpool all the way through here to Nottingham. You can get around to Buxton, I think, that way, but the way to get to Buxton would be from Hazel Grove along this line, which comes down the bottom. This section underneath is very minor scenery. It's only basic scenery. It's just because it's so close to our line, it had to be added in. So it's all 2D tree lined all the way around it, so it's not really drivable. It's mainly just in case you need putting AI over it. And with it, as you can see, it's literally just over the other side of the valley. So if you was to look over there, you can see it's, where is it? Somewhere. It might be a bit further up actually. I actually don't know where it is. I'm having a blind moment. It's around here somewhere. It's over there. It's over there somewhere in that other side of the valley. Evening, Bodjanov. You do get a lot of threat in the MML. It's very well covered. I mean, cement trains and stuff, you can run all the way through to Leicester and stuff as well. So there's a lot of decent lengthy workings you can do. It's not just the passenger stuff that's quite lengthy. You can do on this. It's the freight as well. It all works out nicely, so you can get some good runs. Interesting as well. So we're just heading towards Chinley. My favourite thing at the minute is calling it Chinley Mega Chippy. That's it. There's still a section, of course, to Bedford that's not available. But there's no plans at the moment or anytime soon on that. So, unfortunate as that is, yeah, there's just no plans. It said our in-house team are very much full in depth and committed into TS World at the moment. So that's where we are. HOAs, are those the blue ones? The blue hoppers that run with GBRF? That's why I do it. I do it on purpose to why markup. Pause for a second, just so you can have a look around the station. So you might have seen on screenshots we had not the old sign, we had the more newer signs there. These have been updated now, so they actually have the stickered over northern ones. They actually had the more modern era ones that are currently now knocking about on stations. It's not to say it's the last release in TS Classic, it's just in-house team. We are working on TS World. But of course this isn't being built in-house, this is being built by another developer, so we could end up doing more things in this style. So it's not to say it's the end. And don't forget, JT are publishers of all sorts of things, so you never know what we may release in future. Got loads of really cool posters on all the stations around here. I mean, you can see very, very well detailed. You could actually, a lot of them you can actually read. I like that one. The regional railways knocking in there. And you'll see there's different posters literally on each station. It's really cool. I'm going to get in here now because we're coming up to a junction and there's a signal. I don't know if this is actually, no, it might not be the junction actually yet. I'm going to play it by ear because I'm not rushing around. I did tab it and I know we're alright. So as with the other section, again, you've got a lovely section of sprawling hillside to drive through before you get into the Manchester area. As with everything you see, do treat it as work in progress still. Things may change slightly, but this section is pretty much there. What you'll see now, you'll not see anything visible to what you'll see. There's odd little bits I know about, but those will be addressed. There's an old station here. I'm not really sure what this station was, but it is an old station. As you can see, the platform edging is in here. If anyone knows what the station was called, do tell me because I have no idea. I just noticed an old platform. It's quite cool to see the old platform edging in there still. If I had a look on the old Tinterweb, I'd find it. Evening, Jackson. That's yellow, so the next one is red. This is the last route made for the 185. No. There's definitely still routes available out there that haven't been done for the 185, I know that much. I mean, you've got stuff like Scarborough. That's definitely not in TS, I know that much. Manchester Airport, yeah, I love this bit. This arch, this retaining wall. So this River Goit down the side here. Is that Bucksworth, was it? I've heard the name. Evening, Dan. How you doing, mate? Get the brakes in now because we have New Mills Junction coming up. And even as well there, Graham. Just very, very scenic. Such a lovely area of the country. Grido, thank you very much for the like. Strand Station will be passing through there, yes, that is one to show. Well, quite a few 7.4s knocking around here as well, so got a few of those to see. Not so much to worry about now because the train ahead of us, which is that Piccadilly, hang on, wherever he's gone, he's disappeared out of our way, so we actually don't have much to worry about on that now. Now to do with me the scenery. I can't take any credit on scenery because I haven't actually built this. I'm merely showing off. I've done bits and pieces in terms of like stuff for the track and stuff like that, but and scenarios as has Mark as well. But the scenery itself is now to do with our in-house team. That's been done by an external developer. We will give the gen on that at some point, hopefully. But I'm not allowed to say at the moment. But we will give all that information out near the end. Yeah, 185 is in pretty much most, if not all, scenarios because the route is obviously covered, so you do more or less, I think, see a 185 at least in each scenario. This signal box is an absolute whopper because I would not like to know I'm working there being held up by that. Imagine that on a windy day, thinking that's got to hold you up. That is absolutely mental, isn't it? All that scaffolding on the back of it. When we first saw that, I was like, wow, really? Must have been fun to put up. Yeah, that's obviously holding up while they were doing some remedial work or whatever on the box at the point. I'm not sure if that scaffolding is still there now. I probably doubt it is. It's all been taken up now. But yeah, back at the time, that is what it was like. Little details around the steps and stuff like that. Now to track level. There's a lot of detail gone into this as well. You'll see this when you get all of it yourselves when it comes out. You'll be able to have a real good dig into what's been done. Another set of semaphores there as well. So if you was to continue, it'd take you through to Hazel Grove, around to Stockport. To give you a quick look around, I won't go too far because that'll be for another stream. But there's one of the viaducts of the Goit. So this is the River Goit, which comes around there. We'll see it again up there. But yeah, that'll be that could very well be the next stream. Maybe we'll see how we get on. If not, that might be down the last section. We may come around that one for the last stream when we do that way around. It'll be one or the other anyway. I'll work it out. We'll see how we're getting. Got to review it and see where we are. Co-op. Might be speeding us slightly over the brakes. It's so hard to get with this. This as well is an absolute mammoth of an area to build. Obviously, those at route building tests know what the terrain mesh is like in the game, and when you sit and look at sort of stuff like this, it makes you think, wow, he's managed to carve all the stuff out and managed to make it look how it does. That's just one side. I mean, you go on the other side of the tunnel, and you've got really cool stuff like the Millennium Walkway down here. Used to know a line that went down somewhere down there many years ago. A waterfall down there. So the mill there. I watched a video on YouTube. There's an urban explorer from Manchester. If you'd watched Martin Zero or not, they did a walk around here and they did a bit of a video. It was really interesting to watch because obviously with this being built, all this was all features. So it was like, wow, it's actually nailed it on the head. It's pretty much spot on. When you look at it in game and watch the video, it's like, wow. The aqueduct, we will be going up that way shortly, so you'll see all the canals and aqueducts on our way around. And this is the way it comes through the weir down there and comes around and then runs off that way. But it's an impressive building. It's such an impressive bit of area. how it's all been carved out, and all this has been built in such a tight area. Another box there as well. So there's New Mill Central box. Along with the station just after. The Hayfield branch was it? I've had a look at some pictures, well not pictures, but the old online rail maps. You can sort of see where it all went off to. It's quite interesting. I hate trying to use the 66 brakes. It's these wagons. They're a bit hard to work with these wagons. I think we've been an older wagon. Ignore that person. That'll be fixed. The physics are a bit harder to work with. You just got to be a bit more vigilant. These loss will be sorted because at the minute they're using the older characters, so I believe they'll be getting swapped over to use the TS Academy stuff like the rest of the route. I'll show you around the station quickly before we head on. So obviously the little plaque there telling you the ways up this way. Another little lovely area in the world. I've only ever been down here once on a pacer many years ago. It was a nice ride. Jump back over here now to keep an eye over what's going on. Ah, brilliant Countess, that's good to hear. We'll pass that on. Nigel, TSW, stuff's progressing nicely. Things are coming on nice. Can't unfortunately tell you what we're doing or show anything unfortunate at the moment, but things are progressing nicely. I think Strines is the next station. Give a bit more power now. So it's 6 miles to Woodley. Passing Hague Bar. We can just see here the extent of the scenery and the amount of work that's been put into it. It's not an easy area to work with. We're just approaching Strine Station. The Goit's still on the left hand side of us here. We'll have a quick look around Strine as we pass by. So this is for the Midshires Way. Midshires Way. I'm going to pause for a second. So again, tons of posters and all sorts of bits and pieces are again sort of linked and relating to this area. So you sort of see now like stuff for Greater Manchester pop up because we are getting on that sort of network area now. So you'll see again the GMPTE stickers started to come in. I think they came in the last station back up there, which was New Mills. It's part of that network for the local services. So you can see on there, you can actually make out a bit of it on the map, to be fair. So you see there Rosehill, Marple. It's a bit blurry, but here's Rosehill and Marple, Strines, and down there is New Mill Central. So that's the edge of that border on that route. Again, all sorts of old bits of information, all these old posters and pictures and maps of how things once were. I love all this sort of stuff. So I presume it's all sort of to do with like the friends of the station that look after the platforms and put all this sort of stuff up for the walkers and stuff to come and have a look at while they're waiting for the train. Sort of like little old buildings and huts and stuff, and another little postery thing here. It's a bit like a bus timetable. And again, same thing on the other side. It's pretty much the same there, other than that. Home of the railway children. I would have thought that would have been Keighley and the Worth Valley Railway, but apparently it's here. It's the sort of stuff that brings the place to life. I think we're going up to one of the viaducts over the Goit in a second as well. Aqueduct's coming up shortly as well. That's just after Marple, just before Romiley. Quite a lot of viaducts around this area as well. Any questions as well, do fire well, answer them as best I can on what I know. Just going to slow this down now. What services run down this way? So this is Northern on this side. Obviously you get bits of freight down here towards Bredbury, Ashbury's as well. EMR or EMT, TPA and all that sort of stuff run on the other way around through Hazel Grove and Stockport. I don't think they run down this part at all unless there's ever been any diversions where they may have run this way, but I'm not over sure on that. Yeah, we'll have a quick look at Rosehill because that's him. I don't know if we'll actually feature that on a proper stream. That probably may come up on the stream just after release, to be fair. It's only a small section. We'll see, but we'll have a quick fly down there because it seems him. It's literally around the corner. So you've got where is it? I'm trying to think where we are. No, it's a bit further up. There is actually an aqueduct above this tunnel. It's coming up as well. Bit of a basin. So we're coming up to Marple. Guide Bridge isn't in this route now. It's a bit further along. Just pause for a second so you can see Marple. Plenty of totem signs for rewards. As you can see, it's won a few. This hasn't won the most though. There is some more elsewhere. Again, plenty of posters, all to do with Agatha Christie around here, of course. Miss Marple. Which I love. I absolutely love this sort of stuff. Again, brings the stations to life. Adds a splash of colour as well, is what I like. I have no idea how much of a pain, but I can imagine it wasn't an easy task. Having to carve all the terrain to get it all looking as best as it has. Hats off to the dev on this. It's been a fun one to drive on. It helps now like testing the scenarios and building the scenarios on. The passenger loft will be sorted. It's just because these have been done with a different loft at the time, so those will be swapped. At the, I believe just before release, those will all be sorted. So you can go through here, and then of course you've got the bridge if you wish. You can come up here and get some screenshots, and then pop over the other side down here, and there's some more bits and pieces all about random people. I don't know who these are. Who are these? So we've got Gertrude there, Mary Arletta, and Fanny Hudson. You can actually read these. You can actually read about them. You can actually read the text on them, which is really cool. So you'll be able to do a little bit of learning along the way about all these stations and what they're all about. Moving on. As I mentioned a minute ago, there's a basin coming up, so you've got the canal basin up here. Those are locks climbing up there. I'm glad to hear you guys are all enjoying up to now, which is what we like to hear. Coming up to the aqueduct as well, which goes back over that canal, and the Goit I think crosses. So I think the canal and the Goit. I think the Goit goes right below. I think. Yeah, Durham Toll is getting a second platform putting into it, but that won't feature on this route, unfortunately. It's well, not in this era of what we have the route portrayed in. So I'll just pause for a second. So this is a small stubber track that runs down to Rosehill Marple. It's only a short run. Should be able to get to it. Just about, there we go. So again, ends here, just a short stubber track. This is the one that's got more awards. Look at all them. Best kept station awards. Loads more bits and pieces again, loads of little posters and stuff. It was Rosehill Station and the Macclesfield and Bollington Marple Railway, which what it carried on to up there. So you can see up there as well. There's a class 40 there, which diverged from Manchester Marple. So that carried on actually. That didn't actually turn off on the junction. You can see the junction on the track there. Quite interesting. Marple Wharf Junction is what that was up there. But yeah, that's your little run down this bit to Rosehill Marple. There is a scenario on that section as well, so you'll be able to run that on the route when it comes out. I think it's a 150 run. So this is the aqueduct. Superb little aqueduct this is. Bear in mind, I've just trundled along here. I could be going a little bit faster here, but I don't want to go flying around so you miss stuff. Put a bit more power back on now. Bromley is the next station we're going to go through very shortly. I do love a good aqueduct. Will there be an update to Sheffield Derby? Yep, there will be an update to Sheffield Derby because that's where the track's contained, so you'll have to update that first, and then you'll put Hope Valley after. The track update does a few bits for other areas of the Midland Main Line as well, so. There's some signal fixes at Sheffield as well will come with it, which allow you now to get to the station without having to tab to get in there. The same coming out. 319 is not down this way now. They'll go to Hazel Grove. So Hazel Grove's here. So they're drawn Stockport Way, 11 June, Chapel, Eaton Chapel, and then Piccadilly. There is a standalone to come with this as well. Yeah, there will be a standalone. That won't come straight away. That'll come after the add-ons out because we have to split it and do bits and pieces. I don't know if we've got any service packs as such to the other extensions to come at the same time. There may be later on down the line. I don't think there's any need at the minute, unless we've got stuff that pops up beforehand. Then we'd do that. But it'll be Sheffield Derby definitely. You'll have to update because that comes with the track. This is Romley. You've got the Romley Forum on the right side there, which is here. Hazel Grove's on this route, yep. That's the other way around, so you can go into Manchester two ways. Not tonight, we're not, no. Bellevue, would, if we was to turn left here, that'll take you towards Bellevue and Ashbury's and all that lot, but we're not doing that tonight. We're going up towards Woodley now, and then we're going to reverse into Tilken at Bredbury. Just pop it on pause for a second to show you the station. So this is Romley again, as I say. So again, loads of bits of detail, posters as well, there's all sorts of artwork and stuff. Yeah, we're going as far as Woodley. That's as far as the route goes. It doesn't go any further towards Hyde and all that way, and that Guidebridge way. Another box. Another one held up by some scaffolding as well. Not as high though. A little bit worse for wear this box. It's got a little valgule down the side of it. And a cage of fencing. But there you go. So yeah, this way will take you to Manchester. But like I say, we're running on this one. I'm looking forward to showing more off. If I could, I'd just drive the whole lot in one hit for you, but I'm not allowed. Got to keep you wanting more, you see. Oh, is it done? I didn't know that. I'll jump in cab now, just because we need to make sure we stop at the right place. We're dropping down as well, so make sure I get this right. I'm not going to lie that I did test this scenario once and I ended up going through the buffers in Bredbury, so we've got to be very careful I don't do that tonight. Make sure if you're going to Piccadilly from Heaton Chapel that you go on the right side of the train so you can see what's going on alongside Hardwick. I'd do that. So we're just stopping beyond the station, so I'm just going to ease it in because brakes and all that. Let's see, Woodley is the last station of this bit. Route just ends a bit further up. I think Binline train come down here as well. So there's that option on freight you can do as well for sale signs. You want to buy a house? There's a couple for sale going down here. Evening Michael Lamb, thank you for the follow. How are you? Yeah, if you want to buy a house, get yourself down to the AW&S estate agents. It's for sale. Oh, I've seen in train sim. Let me just sort my lamp out because my green screen's gone a bit bulky. There we go. Sainsbury's. Is there a Sainsbury's around here? I don't know. I'd pay. The route's designed in the 2018 period, as with all the rest of the MML, as best as possible, as close as we can. They did, yeah. There's the potential 101s as well. There isn't any snows included that do the 101 workings, but no doubt I'm sure community people will soon get them done. Tesco. Tesco's outside of Sheffield, isn't it? Tesco. Asda. That's on Cornish. There is an Asda actually on the route somewhere. On the section towards Levenshulme. Yeah, long site. Somewhere around the 18ish, early 19. It's around when the Derby diversion were, which is 2018. It is based around the Derby diversions. Sort of time, just when the new station came in. Ardy, yes, there's an Ardy. There's even an Aldi now. Okay, there's close to signal. I need to leave enough room as well for the when we do the run round here. D&Q. There is a B&Q in the route though around there. Yep. I think it was the D&Q warehouse that I have at Sheffield. That's in there. That's definitely there. No, there's supermarkets with proper names in the route. There is stuff there. Obviously, some stuff from the older times that's still there, which are useful assets still because they become handy. We still do like to have a little play on names as well. Quite a tall hotel on the right. Stockport, is that a travel lodge? Uncouple our loco and move forward to RJ32 so we can run around this train. Yeah, pretty much. 16:57:30. Please press tab to get the shunt signal to light. That's already lit though. It's turned itself on, so we're all right. Probably change that. I will be late because I've been trundling. Normally you'd obviously drive this a bit faster. I've done it in such a way just so you don't miss anything, and I can show you stuff. So. There definitely is a travel lodge in there. I know that. I think travel lodge, or it could be a Holiday Inn or Holiday Inn or something like that. No, they don't reverse. They run round. There's another loop in there again. You can run around there. You see. I know there's a Holiday Inn in the route. I've seen that. Change ends and pass through platform to RG35. Is that route set? Good tab. There we go. The guy at the open day said that 68 can be handy for reversing into yards. They use speed set, so can't be blamed. I bet they can be blamed. I bet that's a load of rubbish. You should never rely on stuff like that because you still have to be vigilant. I bet they would get accused if out wrong. Because the same, I believe it's the same with ATO. You still have to be vigilant. If something went wrong, you still have to take action. You can't just leave it. Mm. Yeah, I wouldn't believe all that. I wouldn't personally, anyway. Go beyond the station to the ground signal, and we'll change ends and couple back up. I've only seen a couple of 88s, 2 or 3. There's been plenty of 68s, plenty of haulage. More on tours and Prez lines, like, but if anything, but something a bit different. So I'm just going to stop here. So we'll go down that branch in a second. I'll leave the windows open, I'll be back in here in a minute. Right, I need to couple back up. Right. Still not seen the Rail Rider ones either. None of them. I'll say it at some point, no doubt, but they don't really come my way, so I'd have to go further afield. So this is the more intricate part where I've got to concentrate because the brakes are that awkward. You've got to be careful, you've got to be on your toes with this one. Not do what I did originally and ram it through the buffers when you're trying to be really, really careful. I thought, oh, 10 mile an hour would be enough. It was too much when I was reversing the consist, because you go back in and you run round and then reverse them into the loaders. And this has only been like up to now so far 12 miles of a journey, but it takes a bit of time getting here. Keeps you busy. Right, change cabs and depart down the branch towards Bredbury. We will run around the train upon arrival and then split into 2 portions ready for unloading. Right. So I need to make sure we've got some points set. I think there might be. Nope, they're not. On that one. On that one. Right, onwards. Take a look in the station now just while we're travelling up. So it's not a station you're going to use massively, but you still get down here with the freight. I think this section will be really mainly, you'll see it more use on freight than passenger working because of where this part is on this network a bit. You won't be going very far. I think from here you get to like Rose Hill, Marple, New Mill Central, I think. Again, if it will be Rose Hill. There's a Woodley station in Reading, is there? I didn't know that. Right, we're dropping downhill here now, so brakes are essential. Trying to hold it. It's downhill, it is. Oh, is it on that? Ah, right, it's on the third rail route. We're crossing over. I'm not sure if this is the Goit again or not, to be honest. Oh, no worries. Is it River Tame? Oh, some kettle tour, Jen. Yeah, I'm sure someone might end up making that, who knows? Did you want to go at Stockport? I think I've seen a video potentially about that on YouTube. Hello, Josh. Yes, it is one that I am going to request to be replaced, to be perfectly honest. We've got better ones, so that will be changed. That's one of the things I aim to do. There is a few older car parts knocking about, so they will be getting changed. Squeaky brakes. Trim below the M60 near the big Tesco. I think I know what you mean. I did see something now. I'm going to request that bridge just be moved a little bit because it's a little bit close. Always finding, you see. Not fixing because it's not me fixing it, but always finding bits. Oh, I can't wait for it myself. There's so many scenarios that we haven't even done. We've done the more basic ones really. We don't like to do all the intricate ones. We like to see what everyone else can do. We just do the general stuff that you'd expect to see. I have made something, yeah. I have made a few scenarios myself that will get released elsewhere. On mine and Mark's little website we've got. We have made a few bits. I have done a few little bits, but I've not done massive amounts. Yeah, we'll have a look at that other place in a second. While we're here, we'll have a quick look at that. So you can come off here. So this is where the waste terminal is down here. Ignore these containers saying P&O. They won't say P&O on the release. It's just I've got a patch on my game that overwrites the containers with a new texture. So they will just be base blue containers and green ones. That'll be here. It's just I've got a thing that updates them. I'm sure why they're floating. Get that sorted. So yeah, that's the waste terminal again. That's where you can do your bin liner. I can't remember where the patch is from. To be fair, it came with something. I can't remember. Do you know what the stations came under on Swex? Bedwin. It comes under JT. So just trains Swex. Swex are a thing called Swex. The stations came under a folder not on the common library. Uncoupled from the train and moved towards the neck up there, basically. I'm gonna just put some brakes on these because they're rolling. I'm sure we'll be fine. No worries there, Ross, mate. Oh, nice one, Robbo. I'll look forward to them. Stuff I'm looking forward to is stuff like Project Rio. Where is the neck? Make sure I'm going to the right bit here. Yeah, it's there. Change points run around the train. And it's rolling already. See how much of a steep grading this is. There we go. The one I use is one from Linus Follett on ATS at Reef. That's one I would say to use. So we're going to run up, we're going to split the train, pull half it forward, and then we'll reverse the set back, come back and pick the other bit up, and then reverse that bit as well. I think. I'm trying to think what we do here. Do we couple it all up? Couple. I think. God knows. I think we couple the whole lot and then reverse it back, then split it down there, to be honest. This is where I went and I messed it up. No, it was Reef. It's 1 in 61 down here as well, so it's quite steep. Twenty-14 runs were nice, only stopping at Stockport, Derby and Wellingborough. Was that the, which one, what was that? That weren't Project Rio, was it 2014? Would have been 2004 more? Dan knows at all, as well. You got 2 more nights off there, apart from being ill. How are you getting better now? Oh, good God. Speeding off there. Brakes back on. Ah, good. That's good. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Right. I am very much as well, Countess, on that, yeah. I am. That'll be very fun to drive, I can't wait. Make sure we don't storming down here. Am I a rail fan or playing for fun? So this is actually my job, doing this. So I work for Just Trains. I am a fan though. I've been all my life. But yeah, this is part of my day-to-day job. So I'm showing off a work in progress product which is coming out for Just Trains very soon, which is the Hope Valley Midland mainline extension. Just get this right. Need to make sure I take these brakes off when I get here as well. Oh, come on. Stop. There we go. Bit of a clunk. Right, now push the whole train into Bredbury Tilkenside 2. From there, we will then split the train into 2 portions. This is where I went wrong on my test. I came down here far too quick and ended up in the buffers at the end. I just released the brakes that I put on just to hold the wagons. Right, those are off. So I'm just going to push the train from here. No ETA, we don't give ETAs out in case we miss them, but it's not massively far off, I can tell you that much. It's only got a couple of miles left in scenery. From 11 June to Manchester Piccadilly, there's about 2 miles of consecutive scenery to finish. It's a busy section though. There's a lot of buildings to place with it being the built-up area. But it's coming along nicely. I will do, Dan. Cheers, thank you. Hope that's not far away, actually, to be fair, either. Personally. Even Astro. Let me make sure I'm going to the right siding as well, which is... Yep, it's set right. Oh yeah, a bit of Porterbrook. That'd be nice in this scenario, won't it? You could drive it if you wanted to. You could do a short run into Manchester. It's only a 5-10 minute drive, but why not? I'd do it. You could have it running in. If you do a scenario on that area, you could definitely get it in there anyway as an AI. So above us here, make sure we get my brakes on there because it's going to get, it'll just get out of control. This above us is the line that continues to Manchester. So we split off just over there. So we've come around the triangle. So this is obviously where it comes over. There's another station. This is Bredbury station, but we'll look at that properly when we do a service down there. Yeah, it's not far off, is it? It's definitely around the corner from what it looks. I'm excited on the personal stance. It works, Reef. It works. I use it when obviously not on the JT stream. I don't use it, but on my own side of things, I use it. That pack, it works fine. Because the EP is different. It's not the actual S stock. The S stock is totally different. Nothing's changing there to overwrite it. He couldn't make it down, unfortunately. So you can see these as well. These are fouling points. These are marking out fouling points. So this is as far as forward as you can have a wagon without it colliding on another line. You'll have seen them at Hope Cement Works when we featured up there the other week. No, at all. No, yeah, it should all work fine. I don't need a second man anyway. If I just play careful, it'll be alright. It says going down a 1 in 61 gradient with a heck of a load of heavy wagons. With brakes that are like sponges. Trying to get as close as I can. Good bit of screeching there, isn't there? Oh god, that must have been bad. Right, that's as far as I'm going. That's as brave as I'm going to be. Right, uncouple the rear 12 wagons. So we'll soon see if I've left enough room. Stephen Smedley, good evening. Thank you very much for the like. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Plenty of room. Right, just give it a second while it does the task. Right, push the remainder of the wagons into Tilken siding 3. The scenario will then end. We need to pull it forward a little bit first, of course. Right. Hopefully we'll not roll back. Like a professional. This is definitely one that will test you. Gotta be right on it. Mark did say I was brave picking this scenario for the stream. No, exactly. No worries, Ryan. You take it easy, buddy. I'm glad to hear you've enjoyed it this evening. We'll catch you soon. Just take it easy. I mean, we've got like less wagons this time, but still, we're dropping down a 1 in 61, so we want to be careful. We want to get there in one piece, not go into the back of B&Q. I think it's B&Q behind us. Yeah, well, Asda. We don't be going into the back of Asda. No worries, thank you for that again. I'll pass that on to the dev and the team. I feel like, oh god, we'll go up in flames. Kaboom. We don't want that. As you can see, you can get a lot more wagons in here still, because there's quite a lot of a gap between where I've left them ones and that fountain point. You'd probably get another 3 or 4 wagons in there. DIY warehouse, so yeah, it's a B&Q-ish style building that's been placed up there. I've enjoyed driving this evening, and I hope you've enjoyed watching it, guys. It's been great to show you. We are ever closer, ever closing nearer, shall I say, to the finish line to get this one to you. Not much longer to wait, hopefully now. No, it's been a long one in development. This. You've got to remember that the dev that's been working on this one has been doing the assets as well as the building, so it's been a lot of work on his side. Are them wagons moving? They are. They're creeping. They're rolling back. It's because it's such a steep gradient. Get a quick screenshot here. Should put yard working on really, shouldn't I not? There we go. That's a cool shot. Ah, brakes are on. Oh, I probably should have pinned the brakes down on the wagons, but never mind. A bit late now. Anyway, well that's that. We are at the end. So massive thank you on this one, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. Anything you want to ask before I leave? I'll stick around for a moment or two. But yeah, if not, no problem. Cheers as well for all the kind words. I'll pass them on. But no problem. If there's nothing that you need to ask, no worries at all. But thank you very much for all your kind words this evening regarding the project. It's getting there. It won't be far now. We're just excited to hopefully get this out to you very soon. Dev's just got his last little bit of stuff to do on it, really. So yeah, we'll be showing you some more next month. Again, it'll hopefully be in a well more progressed, nearer end finished state by then. Hopefully, all being well. Hopefully, I'll try my very best to get the Manchester end on and do some patch stuff as far as we can up there. I think next, so that'll be a nice one to do. We've only done freight so far. We haven't actually done any passenger workings, so yeah, we'll try and get that on for you next time around. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thank you very, very much for watching. Enjoy your rest of the week, and I will see you on the next one at the end of next month. Yeah, it's another month away, but yeah, Subi here. We're back. Take care, guys. See you very soon. Bye for now.